Hello everyone, back to today's first video, doing the 5-day forecast with today's first video. This afternoon we'll have a look at the, beyond the 5-day forecast, but it's sort of 5-10 days away. Perhaps have a quick look through the Beijing Climate Centre next 40 days as well. And then tonight we will have the, I think it's a 6th update for the May Day Bank Holiday weekend. This 5-day forecast actually covered the May Day Bank Holiday weekend, but it is very uncertain this year, this bank holiday. And I'm still, even just a few days away from the weekend, I still don't think the models have completely got a handle on what's going to happen. So they're still changing a bit with this pattern from run to run and day to day. So we'll have another look at Bank Holiday weekend this evening. A lot coming up then. Before I get on with 5-day forecast, just say about websites we're using. It's the weatheroutlook.com and weathercentre.de. You'll find links to both of those websites on the links page. So this is the radar picture. Things are beginning to blow up across eastern parts of the country now. Been a fairly dry morning. It was cold last night with a widespread frost in places, but been a fairly nice morning. But now the clouds are really bubbling up. You see showers are breaking out across many central and eastern parts of the country. Out in the west, we do have showers through Scotland, down into Northern Ireland and around Wales and South West England, but you notice they're much more scattered in nature. I think it is going to be through central and eastern parts of the country that will have those heavy showers today. Let's see if there's any lightning flashing away, if we get rid of the rain. So we've just got one flash of lightning there across East Anglia, but essentially no lightning yet. I think we can expect hail and thunder and lightning through the course of this afternoon, most of these downpours in the east. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart. Got high pressure out to the west of the country, and we're still bringing down this cold northerly wind. Unusually cold temperatures again today. So we're going to have showers across eastern parts of the country. As we've already seen, they're getting going. They'll develop further through the course this afternoon. Some heavy showers, hail and thunder mixing. Winds are a little bit lighter compared to yesterday, so they'll be a little bit more slow moving compared to yesterday as well. And it's probably still cold enough for potentially a few flakes of snow to be included, especially but not exclusively on higher ground. Scotland, Northern Ireland, North West England, Wales, down in South West England. Yes, there will be some showers there through the course this afternoon, but they'll be lighter and more scattered compared to what we've seen recently. Temperature's going to range around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, which is around 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Or to put it another way, if this was January, we'd be looking at temperatures 5 degrees below average, temperatures probably barely above freezing. So it's quite an unusually cold day again today. I think this is about the last of the very cold temperatures though. Overnight, those showers will quickly fade away. It's going to turn mostly dry this evening. England and Wales will stay mostly dry through the night, but Scotland, Northern Ireland, and eventually down into Northern England, we're going to find cloud and showery rain spreading in on a very weak weather system. That's going to lift the temperatures up, though, so it's not going to be a cold night in the north. Frost-free with temperatures around, say, 3 to 6 degrees. For England and Wales, though, it will be quite a cold night, especially early on in the night. I'll probably see the temperatures lifting up later in the night as the cloud thickens. But even so, we might get temperatures down to around -1, -2 in some rural areas, which again is low enough to cause damage to any tender plants or fruit blossom. So again, gardeners, farmers, beware. You will need to cover up your delicates again tonight. But as I think this is about the last night that we have to worry about that. Into Thursday, we've got a very weak system coming down across the country, so there'll be lots of cloud across the UK on Thursday with showery bursts of rain. And again, I think most of that rain is over on the eastern side, quite interestingly, but west will get the driest weather, so west is best for dry conditions. A few brighter sunny spells, quite a lot of cloud, but some bright sunny spells. Over in the east, there could be quite a lot of cloud, there'll be showery bursts of rain as well. Winds are still from the north, so not going to be terribly inspiring temperatures. It'll be a little bit less cold than we've had recently, but even so, we're only talking about temperatures of around, say, 7 to 12 degrees at best. Now, we're under a little bit of a transient ridge here on Friday, so a better day coming up for Friday. I would suspect still quite a bit of cloud left on Friday, but probably more in the way of bright or sunny spells. Scattering of showers could develop with that cloud, but I think a lot of places are actually going to stay dry through the course of Friday. Temperatures getting a little bit up, so maybe ranging from around 7 to 13 degrees, still below par, but starting to get something closer to the late April average. And then that trend continues into the weekend. We have got a lot of uncertainty, as I was saying at the beginning of the 5-day forecast about this weekend. High pressure is building strongly over Scandinavia. We've got low pressure trying to come in from off the Atlantic and essentially being blocked by this area of high pressure. And how much influence these areas of low pressure have over Bank Holiday weekend, what's causing all of the uncertainty. Saturday looks like a mostly dry day, and there may be a few showery bursts across Ireland and the far southwest of England, but I would have thought most places are going to be dry on Saturday. A mix of sunny spells and variable cloud. Winds are going more southerly, so this is going to be a milder day on Friday, with temperatures ranging from around, say, 12, on Saturday I should say, with temperatures ranging from around 12 to 16 degrees Celsius, back much closer to the late April average. That's how things are looking on Sunday. Again, high pressures building over Scandinavia, low pressures trying to come in from the Atlantic, so cloud and showery rain across Ireland and southwest England will probably advance ever so slowly northwards and eastwards into more southern and central parts of England by the course of Sunday evening. That leaves much of Scotland, northern England, down into Lincolnshire, East Anglia, probably most of the Midlands, and down in southeast England largely dry. There will be winds coming up from the south-southeast. That's quite a strong wind, so take the edge off the temperatures. But it'll be milder with sunny spells. We might see temperatures going up to around 17 degrees in eastern parts of the country, which is about where you'd expect them to be at the end of April. And then into Monday, the end of the 5-day forecast period is May Day, Bank Holiday Monday this year, and you see very complicated pattern. There's high pressure over Scandinavia, bringing the winds into the east. We've got low pressure down to the south of the country as well, somewhere around the Channel Islands or southwest England. So southern counties could be quite wet there with that pattern. Further north and east you go, the greater the chance of having a dry Bank Holiday Monday. The wind is from the east, so it probably will feel a little bit on the cool side, especially in the east. Perhaps western Scotland, Northern Ireland and northwest England gets the warmest of the temperatures on Bank Holiday Monday. But again, I do have to emphasise, this is still a changing situation. So although it's only a couple of days away from the start of the weekend, how much influence these areas of low pressure have in the end, I think it's open to question. And it's not impossible that this low pressure that is being placed across southern England for Bank Holiday Monday, it's not impossible that might finish up somewhere around the Bay of Biscay, and we actually have a largely dry and fine Bank Holiday weekend. I still wouldn't rule out that option. So we'll do another Bank Holiday update this evening. Fine, just have a look at charts from Weather Outlook. So lots of showers across the country today. Heavy showers, hail and thunder could be mixed in, and many of them are going to be in the east, where they could even merge into some longer spells of rain, perhaps. Through into Thursday, and we've got showery rain, especially in the east. The driest weather will be out in the west. Few showers left over for Friday, but generally it's a drier day. Temperatures beginning to stage a bit of a recovery. That trend continues into the weekend with a fair amount of dry weather. Yes, there could be some showers around at times, but a fair amount of dry weather through Saturday and Sunday. Rain into the southwest later on in the day. And then we've got the risk of that rain pushing northwards and eastwards through Bank Holiday Monday. But how much influence, how far north and east that rain gets, I don't think the models have got that sorted out yet. So we need to wait and see a bit longer. In summary then, for the next 5 days, we're starting cold. Lots of heavy showers today. Very gradually, day by day, slow old process. The temperatures will start to become less cold. And then eventually by the weekend, actually becoming milder and returning closer to average, or close to average. And there's going to be a fair amount of dry weather to start the Bank Holiday weekend. It might turn a bit more and settle later, but that is still to be determined. Come back this afternoon when we will have the weather for extending out beyond the 5-day forecast period, looking at the next week to 10 days, when tonight we've got that 6th Bank Holiday update. That's all for now. Thanks.